Om Namah Shivaya. Today I shall be taking a interesting topic, that is a Astro view on our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. However, I abstain from these political leaders' prediction or analysis, as the reason being that their time accuracy is under question. However, I have been following closely the things and events, and I could come to a conclusion, maybe right, maybe wrong. He has Scorpio ascendant. Now, before analyzing any horoscope, first of all, we should understand the life road path of the person. Why person has taken a birth in this life? And everybody has got different life path, that is called destiny path. So now to understand this, I follow this figure and analyze by this that our life acts on three levels. One, that is on the soul level, that soul has got the covering for which we have taken the birth. To remove that covering, whatever the amount of karma has been allotted in this life. And second is the moon, that is the mind, that is the signal of sun is reflected by the moon. So moon reflects, and for action on physical level, then we need a body. So body comprising of five elements, we all know, that is Mars to Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, these all related with the five elements. So these are called Panchabhut. And I make this, imagine this as a car having two headlights. Sun and moon are the headlights. They are just like a father and mother or a guide, because without headlight, we cannot see the road. And road is denoted by the Rahu and Ketu. Forward path of the road is denoted by the Rahu, and rear one is by Ketu. So whenever a vehicle moves, a smoke goes on the rear side in the olden days, and Ketu is also has been related with the smoke. So Ketu is a mental recorder that the inner planets, whatever we get in the mind, that can be executed on the practical shape or may not. So the thoughts remains there, and those unresolved thoughts are recorded by the Ketu, and our passion of the outer planets, that is Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, recorded by the Rahu. This you can see in detail in my writings and my notes on Facebook. You can see, and in my site also, astrocohli.com. Now this road is fixed and we cannot change this road. But the only thing is, this road has got many humps and dumps, speed breakers, blind curve, etc., as based on our past karma. But by our vehicle, whatever the efficiency, whatever the strength we have got, we can drive our vehicle to great extent to avoid these pitfalls in the life. Now, coming to the point of Narendra Modi's horoscope. So this is the horoscope D1 chart, and I am taking the D1 chart itself, because D9 and other charts, I am not sure whether they will be correct or not. So D1 chart has got the ascendant, that is Scorpio. Scorpio is the ascendant that has got hidden talent. It is just like a basement where energy is stored from the bottom, so below the earth. So whatever is coming, until unless it comes to the surface, no one can know. That's why it is called the hidden energy is there. Now, looking at the strength and other factors, I use this Sarvastak system and Vinastak. And in my experience and logic also, this gives the best results. So here we see the capability of the five elements, that is the body, and the functions carried out by these five planets are very well decided by the bindus of the respective planets. Now here Mars has got six bindus where Mars is located. Now Mars is located in the ascendant and it has got six bindus. Any bindu more than four is good. So this means there is a storehouse of kinetic energy there. Now moon is there, though we call it debilitated, but I don't think this debilitation. Debilitation means it is the lowest point of a sine wave, and from there any we go upward we rise. So lowest point is the debilitation, and top crust is the this top point is exhalation. So this means the person will rise from the bottom to top, will rise from the bottom, will start from the bottom. Now the second thing is, first of all, we should see what is his road path, why he has come in this life, and what are the main functions he will perform. The first thing is Rahu and Ketu axis is the main indicator of your life path, as you have seen in the vehicle form, that it is a road. Now Rahu is placed in the fifth house. Fifth house is the house of natural house of the sun, and sun is the king. Sun, fifth house is the house of creativity. And this Rahu will function according to the Pisces sign. Sign Pisces, because the dispositor is Jupiter, and Pisces sign Rahu Nakshatra, here you can see Uttara Bhadrapad. Uttara Bhadrapad is ruled by Saturn, and this nakshatra is known for the stabilization, and Saturn is the hard work and stabilization in the area of creativity, or the area of the sun, you can say the power. Now the dispositor Jupiter is placed in the fourth house. Fourth house is Singhasan, or it is the throne where he will be seated. Now here the Jupiter is placed in the sign of the Saturn, and aspected by the Saturn. So Saturn gives the stability, but slowly. Now this now this Saturn is now we look at the Saturn. Saturn is aspecting the Jupiter, and Jupiter is in the house Dhanishta. Dhanishta means is ruled by the Mars. So Jupiter, what is the role of a nakshatra, we must know that when a planet is there, planet is like a seed, and what is inside that, who is pushing it? The pusher is the nakshatra is pushing the Jupiter with the energy of a Mars, and Mars is here the first sign placed a house, and first house is known in general a body and a brain, body and brain, and more because Mars is indicator of our masculine energy and moon is our mental energy. So he is pushing with the mental and physical energy there. Now we look at the structure. That is the most important point, that if in any horoscope, if there is a link of outer planet Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, and that house is the main house of activity in the life. Because when the signal passes from a Mars to Jupiter and then Saturn, a work is done. That is, a event has taken place. To take a event, it is necessary that there should be link of the outer planets. So here we see the structure of Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars is linked here on the fourth house, that is Singhasan or Throne. The fourth house is the house of main activity. Now Jupiter is placed in Aquarius sign. Aquarius sign is a house, a sign of networking. Networking sign, that is one to many, far and wide spread. And that's why we see in his life also that far and wide communication and linking is there. So all multinational companies and other things having their areas of working in many countries, their 11 sign, whether it is on a physical level or on in a mental level. So this is there. Now we have been observing since few months, or you say 1.5 years or so, there is some pushback to him on many fronts. Oppositions are increasing day by day. Now you just see the Dasha. Dasha ruling is of the Mars Rahu, Mars Maha and Rahu Antardasha, that is up to 4-5 May 2023. Now, Dasha cannot function any event until it is supported by the transit. Now here we look. Saturn has crossed and come in the fourth house and linked with the Jupiter. Though it is little bit away, but it is coming closer to the Jupiter degree. And after this, we see the Mars position. Now the Mars is, at present, the Mars is in Gemini sign. In transit, the Mars is in Gemini sign. That is in the 8th house. Now just look where the Mars is best in coming days. Mars will be coming to the 9th house and then on the 10th house. 10th house, where Mars will activate the first house, will activate the fourth house, and will activate the 5th house. This is the best position coming. Now Mars is coming over Saturn in a transit in a Leo sign. Then there will be a energy exchange of Saturn is your potential energy and Mars is your kinetic energy. So activity will be there. A great activity will be there. Then it will be connecting with the first house, aspecting the natal Mars and aspecting the moon also. And moon is lord of the 9th, Bhagyesh, and it will be activated. Moreover, Mars, that is commander, will be aspecting the Guru. So the knowledge, the inner knowledge will also prosper. And Mars will be aspecting to the Rahu or 5th house. So creativity will increase to great extent. Now, what will be the impact of this? The impact we can see, a transit Saturn will be aspecting the 6th house. Jupiter will be coming to the Aries sign around, you say, April end. And Mars will be also connecting to the 6th house in Leo sign, and that will be around July. So these factors clearly indicates that 6th house is our first hurdle and obstacle house. So there will be Mars, that is commander, will be taking action, and Saturn will be giving the stabilizing force, because Mars is a kinetic energy. When energy is spent, and Saturn will supply the energy because by exchange of the potential to kinetic energy. And this Jupiter is all there, and he will give a good guidance for that. And July is the starting point when he will thrush upon the opposition and give a heavy blow with some surprise indications also. So that this is the best time, I feel. Now there is and Dasha will be coming Mars Jupiter also. That period will be Mars Jupiter also. Now one more point that I look here is the Sarvastak Bindus in a Mars Vinasta is 0 in the 12th house. Now Mars is representing first house and sixth house. First house is the body, sixth house is the disease. Now, Lord of the sixth is in the ascendant, 6-8 position. Now Mars, when Mars will be here, in this condition, the Mars, when this conjunct here, then what will happen? Then it is the time there will be some problem with the physical problems to the our prime minister. But Jupiter is aspecting to the 12th house, and Jupiter is aspecting the second or Mark house also. So Jupiter will rescue. But what will be the problem? That is the 12th house is having a Libra sign. And Libra sign is having Lord Venus. And when Venus Dasha, Antardasha comes, Mars Venus, that is 16 May 2026 to 16th October 2026, there may be a problem connected with the physical problem. And what problem that I can analyze, and I have analyzed, and we'll take a little bit later. But in a short analysis, I am not going to detail it out here. So I see that the only problem for our Prime Minister to crush the opposition will be over by the July and July 23. And onwards, there is a very smooth things, and there may be many surprises also, because Rahu in the transit will also, when come to the fifth house, then some innovative way of creativity to surprise others will occur. So one more thing is that you see the Venus. Now, where is the Venus? Venus is in the 10th house. And in a Venus Vinnastak, where Venus is placed, only 2 bindus. This assures, this certifies the problem with the Venus area, and we all know what are those problems related to that. So these are my views. If you like these views, you can see my site astrokohli.com, or you can come to Jyotish Darshan Shiksha Sansthan page, and your feedback is welcome. Thank you very much.